Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, where we're learning a little bit more about the motive behind this. Still pretty weak, honestly. I want to go back. The defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she must have moved it during the show. Alright, I pressed that. What do I have? I haven't looked at evidence in a week. That's a little bit rough. Trichy's statement, maybe? Bonnie messed up Mr. Hat's position for the escape trick, placing him opposite the scripted location on the right side. As a result, Trissy had to quickly move the lifts under the stage. She never told anyone she had moved the stage lifts. Alright, just real quick. Stage diagram. That doesn't really help. Bonnie teleportation trick and Trissy's escape trick. Mr. Rias's fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. True entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. Harness wire. Okay. Oh, that's something too. I don't think we're ready for it yet, but why would he have a harness wire if he was underneath? In addition to the prints from the victim and Bonnie. Oh. Oh! Trissy wore gloves during the show, so none of her fingerprints were found. So why would her fingerprints... Ooh, uh-oh. That's what... The defendant's prints were on the tape. I guess she must have moved during the show. Okay. Oh, okay. I think that's it. She had to quickly... She never told anyone that she had moved the stage lifts. I feel like there's something there. I feel like we're not... That one's not ready yet. Stage lift 2. Disc with a recording of Trussy's escape trick on it. Oh, this is just the... Alright, let's just watch. Okay. I'm about to stab in. She's smiling and laughing. Wish I could see... Okay, so at that point, Mr. Hat goes up and you can see the shadow. Then Trissy's standing there from a trapdoor underneath. I probably didn't need to watch this whole thing. Stabs in. And about there, she realizes something is wrong. No? No, she's still going on with the trick, so... Not until that falls away. There we go. And then the dragon falls. The victim's real name was Man of Mystery. His blood was on the murder weapon, which makes sense. Alright, I feel like the fingerprint results are the big thing.
Objection!
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm sorry to tip this guy, but there's a flaw in your testimony. Oh, really? The prosecution is claiming that Miss Wright moved the understage tape during the show in order to guide the victim into the coffin downstage. But it doesn't make sense that she would leave prints on the tape at that time. It doesn't. Please consider the fingerprinting results of the main coffin, which shows that not one of my client's fingerprints was found on it or near it. That's true, we didn't find any of her prints on that coffin. I think you've realized what the flaw in your testimony is. Claiming Miss Wright left prints on the tape during the show is inconsistent with the facts. Because she was wearing gloves during the show. Oh. She must have left the prints sometime before the show started. In other words, her prints do not prove she moved the tape to mislead the victim. The prosecution's investigation was insufficient. Oh, my. On a personal level, I'm very happy about that. Well, prosecutor Sadmati, if the defense's argument is true, then you have no evidence the defendant moved the tape to deceive the victim. I see. Apparently the defense is more intelligent than I had thought. Yeah, can we just stick with that? More than a stink bug at any rate. Come on, you can bump me up to at least a stag beetle now, can't you? Yeah! That really be any better? Of course, way better. Stag beetles are cool with those huge mandibles of theirs. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Alright, shoot. Even with no evidence that the accused moved the tape to misguide the victim, the victim still climbed the ladder using the tape as a guide. Yeah, that's kind of our point. And entered the coffin on the stage. The accused then thrust a sword into said coffin with the victim in it. Was that really the look on her face? But why? So what you're saying is, the fact remains the victim was stabbed to death, right? Precisely. However, this does drastically change one aspect of the case. If the accused did not lead the victim into the coffin on purpose, then it means the victim's death could have been accidental. If it was indeed an accident, the defense can argue that it was involuntary manslaughter. I see. If it was involuntary manslaughter, they could plead extenuating circumstances. Then the severity of the crime would be mitigated. Defense, if you believe the accused did not murder the victim, then do you argue that it was an accident? Nope. This is it, the all-important question. The defense argues that Mr. Reyes' death was a murder. The defense maintains that the defendant is entirely innocent. We believe that it wasn't an accident, but murder. What's more, we believe it was committed by a third party. A third party? As in the true culprit is someone else? Yup. Got him. Surely that will be the end of the trial. That is quite a brazen claim to make, and one wholly without grounds. Not really. Your voice is as loud as your suit, and your mind echoes just as loudly as emptiness. Wait. Stop that. Surely you were but a loud red pepper in your previous life. I want to be a loud red pepper? Been demoted to a vegetable? Wow, I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. Let us hear this reasoning of yours then. Alright, but before I give it, there's one question that we need to address. If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that's the case, then how did we wind up with a dead body inside the coffin? A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? It was magic. He's killed in the coffin. He was killed under stage. I mean, if he was killed inside the coffin, then Trucy did it, and yikes. If it was magic, also yikes. I don't think we're winning that one. He's killed under stage. What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? In other words, what if the victim was already dead in the coffin from the get-go? Oh, I see. In that case, the defendant's sword wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Sadmati? Something snarky. That is the third time. The third time of what? I thought he was going to throw a Yu-Gi-Oh card at me. No, close to it. Well, what the heck is this? He's trying to curse me. Ow! My head. He's trying to kill me. What do you think you're doing? Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience if she is struck 3 times. Judge! Since you never learned, you needed to be punished. Judge? Why didn't you let me worry about what I need and don't need? This is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites for the victim. You are a brainless lawyer chasing phantoms, and you know nothing. this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon. Please don't. Oh my god, just kill me. A sermon now? Can I just get the death penalty? My god. There's a passage in the sacred scriptures of Koreanism. A cornered frog will swallow even a snake. Alright, I get the idea. The cornered lawyer has unexpectedly struck back hard against the prosecution. Did I get it right? No, for I'm not done with my sermon. Ugh. And yet, the frog still dies, its belly bitten and torn from within. Just great. And in this case, you are that frog defense. What exactly is your point anyway? Let us assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage. Who then had the opportunity to do so during the show? Let's see, the people in the show were Bonnie to Fame, the victim Mr. Reyes, and Phoenix Wright. Bonnie to Fame was on stage throughout the entire show, as easily confirmed by the footage from the show. Which leaves us with only one suspect, Phoenix Wright. Ugh. Now do you see? The accused killed Mr. Reyes as he waited on standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above, thus making the murder look like an accident. No! Oh, great and merciful Holy Mother. Thus another putrid mind has been guided toward enlightenment. Objection! Ugh, can't believe I swallowed his trick question whole. It wasn't though, come on, we know this.
Objection!
Thank you. Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here. Athena, what are you? There's something I want to point out, Apollo. And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child on continence. I may be young, but I have an attorney's badge just the same. And you would contribute to this discussion in that capacity. I most certainly would. There we go. You just argued that the defendant killed the victim under the stage, but let me remind you that Miss Wright is a girl. Clearly. So you didn't raise an objection simply to point out such an obvious fact. Your Honor, please send for this little child's guardian to come take her home.
Hold it!
But I'm not done with my sermon. No. You need to talk like the prosecutor Sadmati, you know. Listen, if the victim was killed in the understage passage, then his body would then have to be hauled up to the stage, right? However, Miss Wright is a young girl, and a pretty petite one at that. She couldn't possibly have hefted that large body up and put it in the coffin. That's true, it does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for the defendant. I don't think even I could do it. What do you think of that, prosecutor? Who's the child now? Oh. In my religion, the priestess of Koreanism are revered as the pillars of our beliefs, so I naturally hold nothing but deep respect for women. I sense a butt coming. I also think highly of the female perspective. Again. Says the man who called this fair maiden a little child. Yeah. Who's a fair maiden? I agree that your point is worth discussing, defense. How indeed was the dead body raised up into the coffin? By the accused, Phoenix Wright, that is. You're committed to pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Then you explain how that even be possible. But of course. There's a way for even a small creature like her to raise a victim's body up. Huh, wait. You really can't explain it. I foresaw that our arguments would come to this, so I prepared a witness. Well, I admire your readiness, prosecutor. It is really not that difficult when one can read the ultimate outcome of any trial. Couldn't have really predicted that things would turn out like this, could he? It's pretty hard to believe. Excuse me, but may I step down now? Yes, I suppose you may. One moment, Detective Sky. I'm sorry for, the way I handled all of this. You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable. It was. Yes, you served well as a detective and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the conflicted emotions you felt and performed your duty admirably. You will be rewarded for your fine work. With a raise? Oh, thank you. I hope we can work together again in the future. He seems bewildered by the unexpected praise. I guess he's a pretty nice person, like they say, as long as you're not up against him. Now then, let's call this next witness. Oh, you. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court. It's very nice to meet you all. I'm a Lego-morphing illusionist from the land of fairy tales, Bonnie DeFam. Can't wait to do some magic tricks for you all. Please, witness. There's a time and place for all things, including magic. But would it be okay if I do just a little magic, right? Come on, please. Look, everybody's waiting. Now's my chance to shine. Oh. That is your second time. Second time doing what? There'll be no further warnings. You should know that from our preparatory meeting, correct? Wait. Beep. Is no one exempt from His Holiness's rosary of suffering? Maybe have your testimony, witness, once you've recovered from your disappointment. Well, as a huge fan of Trucy's, I don't really want to testify against her. I guess I have to, don't I? Huge fan of Trucy's, huh? Hate her or loathe her, I can't stand. So she's pretending? Right? A little good at magic, she thinks she's all that. This is exactly what sniveling brat deserves, so she's not a fan. Well, something... I don't know. Interstage passage. I can't believe that Trucy killed Mysterious. So it's possible for a small girl to lift a dead body up as if she used a stage lift. Is it possible? Could Trucy really have... Trucy did use a stage lift. I think she must have used stage lift too. I was on stage for the entire show, by the way. I feel like everything about that was a lie. You were on stage the whole time, and you're sure about... Oh my god, Apollo. There's no question. The entire audience could testify to that fact. What's more, she is shown clearly in the TV show footage as well. I couldn't possibly have killed Mr. Reyes, not little old me. Oh, now I'm so suspicious. Therefore, the only person who could have killed the victim on stage is the accused. Furthermore, by using a stage lift, even a petite young lady could have raised the body up to the stage without difficulty. You've got to be kidding me. Very well, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay, what do we got? What do we got here? I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mr. Reyes. Okay. You said you're a huge fan of Trucy's, isn't that right? Oh, yes. I even became a magician because I wanted to be just like her. The first time I saw her, she was performing at the Wonder Bar. She was only in junior high back then, but she got up on stage with tons of confidence. And then she proceeded to win my heart with her astonishing tricks and winning smile. She certainly sounds like she means all that. So finally being able to perform with her must have been quite a treat for you, right? Oh yes, after all it was my chance to have her see me. Not just as a fan, but as a fellow magician. Someone should probably catch that. Then that horrible accident happened. It was not an accident, it was murder. Witness, please explain if you would. A small young woman such as Phoenix Wright could have raised the body. Come on, girl, lift it up. All
Hold
right.
it.
What makes you think it would be possible? It's not like you tried it out yourself, right? Well, actually, we did try it out for ourselves. You did? Detective Sky, if you would. Oh, that's why you made me do that. Detective Sky, what did he have you do? The prosecutor asked me to try raising one of the male police officers with the stage lift, but a single word of explanation as to why he was making me do it. You're kidding. It's as if he really can foresee all of our counter-arguments. Do not underestimate this humble servant of the Holy Mother. Is humble really the right word? More like haughty, yeah, got him. Guess that means Trissy could have lifted the dead body up. Does that mean...
Hold it.
I don't think so, but... Is what possible? Could Trissy really have what, Miss Defame? Please finish your sentence. Why would you... Why? Just why? Eek. Well, I... Don't try to beat around the bush. Come right out and say it. Why not tell this court what you really believe? What I really believe? Of course I don't believe Trissy could ever commit murder. Such an amazing and wonderful magician would never do such a thing. But, taking all the facts into account, what else can I think? I know of at least 3 other unflattering things you really think about Trissy.
Talk to them.
And how can you attack this girl when she's obviously speaking with reserve? There's such a thing as reading between the lines, Mr. Justice. It's sad how the youth of today lack the ability to do such a basic thing. Wait. Look at me like that isn't going to help me stick my foot in my mouth less, Your Honor. Witness, please describe what the accused might have used to lift the dead body. Alright. Could use a stage lift. I think she must have used stage lift number 2. Oh, wait. Ah, shoot. Stage lift 2. You mean the stage lift shown here on the left? That's right. With a stage lift, I think even a small girl could easily lift up a dead body on stage. So that makes her the murderer in your opinion? Of course not. I believe in Trissy. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of hers. Oh, brother, how long is she gonna keep this act up? Defense, what position was stage lift 2 in after the show? Let's see, if I recall, it was in the fully raised position. Ah! The reason why it was fully raised is because the accused used it to lift the victim's body, wouldn't you agree? Feel free to slowly mull it over while you roast over the flames of hell, you evil red pepper. Stop calling me a red pepper! Now I'm also evil? Can I go back to being a stink bug?
Hold it.
Oh wait, why did I press? That was dumb. You didn't have a single spare moment to slip down to the understage passage. She was on camera the whole time. I'm starting to feel like that was intentional. Huh, don't tell me you suspect me now. I'm just trying to do my job by fully examining your alibi. Depending on how solid it is, I might have to suspect you, yes. You gotta be kidding me. Don't spit on my head and tell me it's raining, lawyer boy. Oh, here we go. Here's the real Bonnie. Right there in the footage, or are you too much of an idiot to see? Mr. Fame, are you feeling alright? Missed Fame. I get it now. You seem suddenly different. Oh, oops. Where did that come from, right? Oh my. I seem to have snapped there for a second, didn't I? Hehe. You didn't just snap, you broke character just now. In any case, I was on stage the whole time performing my magic. I mean, you saw me in the footage, right? My dazzling and flawless performance. Flawless? That's odd, considering what you told me. You said that you'd made a mistake when you positioned Mr. Hat. Mr. Fame, to what is the defense referring? Well, I made a little mistake on stage. I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see. According to the script, I was supposed to place him on the left of the coffin. I flipped it up and made him stand to the right of the coffin instead. because of that mistake, Trissy had to move the stage lifts around. I feel really bad about messing Trissy up like that with my goof. Hee. Doesn't seem like she feels bad at all. Darn it, I don't see any inconsistencies in her testimony. Really? Now do you know who the real killer is? Come on, Gramps, don't just sit there. Hand down your ruling, pronto. Wow. Get quick before you keel over up there. I beg your pardon. I'll have you know I've sat up here for 6 games. 7? 8? Was he in the... No, he wasn't part of the Edgeworth games. This is my 6th game. I'm not keeling over anytime soon. Oops. What's gotten into me? I'm so sorry. Give her another 5 minutes before she tears off that mask. And we'll be the ones to do it. Well, defense. Are you ready to let it all go now? Of course not. I'll never give up. I see. I suppose this too is fate. And we'll learn more about that fate in the next episode. Alright. I'm very suspicious of Bonnie, but we've got a lot of hurdles to overcome. I feel like her being on stage the whole time is an important part of this. Like, it was deliberate. So we're just going to have to figure out how to work around that. We'll find out. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.